that. Tom Kennery's in here even before the intro ends.
Yep. Hello, Tom. How you doing tonight?
So, Bill, if I put my coin right here in front of the GW quarter, that is dead center in my screen.
Yep. Good evening, Stephen Stark.
Evening, Stephen. All right, we got a...
I'm hoping you got a good box there, Rob.
I do too, Bill. Box 4 of 7 out of the garage. This coin has been painted yellow.
Javier, how you doing?
That thing show up a lot.
Man, that is a great camera on it. Wow.
I'm using Denise's phone, that's why.
Yeah.
And you're a lot clearer than you were a few minutes ago, Bill.
I think our internet connection is better this evening.
All right, I see one NIFC, but I see no silver popping me out, staring me in the face. All right. Stephen Javier, Tom Kingery, Stephen Stark. All right, let's get going. Guys, Bill just texted me, and we just decided to do an impromptu stream.
Mark C., good evening.
Sorry, that was probably really loud.
Ringo, hello.
All right, where do we got to do to get this quarter?
You're getting closer. Keep going the same way where you're a little bit off center.
There we go.
That looks good. Captain Vic, good evening.
Thank you, Captain Vic. Hey, Ringo. All right, guys, this is roll 1. You're timing it absolutely perfect. I have to remember just to keep my rolls right here in front of the GW. We have not had first roll silver in quite a while.
I'm hoping Rob gets a bunch of 90%ers tonight. That would be sweet.
The dog's snoring on the sofa. Guys, 1 down, 49 to go. And if you're wondering why the coins look much better than the first video I did live where Bill was going to come in, is because I'm switching cameras with Denise.
Hunter Musher, welcome.
Evening, Hunter. We just started, sir. This is roll 2.
Dirt Devil.
There's Mr. Roger. He is going to be in Clearwater tomorrow, Bill.
Oh, nice.
I was literally down there today, but I can try and get down that way tomorrow. All right, 2009 NIFC, number 1 on those. 93, nothing special. 2017, 2 NIFCs that roll. Bill, you want to let everybody know what an NIFC is?
Not intended for circulation.
One of the guys here is kind of weird having this phone right in front of me. The way my setup is right.
Oh, bud.
There's the phone.
Not intended for consumption. Yeah, I don't think that'd go down or come out very good there, Captain Vic.
Bill, some good animated jokes in the group chat tonight. 88. We don't get a lot of 88s.
Well,
Grandma Kelly, me and Bill just kind of did this spur of the moment.
hi, Grandma Kelly.
First. Roger, where you at?
Nice, Dirt Devil. He's got a 600 subscriber giveaway coming up. Mystic, good evening.
You the Mystic. All right, 2018 for number 3.
Phil Leo, hello.
And Phil.
Hi, Joe. Bad idea.
Oh.
How does a Pillsbury do? But tell if he is aroused or has a yeast infection, asking for a friend. Don't know.
I can't believe how crystal clear the sound of me opening this wrapper comes through on the. All right, very shiny gold rim there. And our 4th NIFC.
Come on. Silver. We want silver.
Yes, we do. All right, we'll update those every 5 rolls. So let's go to all right, we adjusted it. All right, roll 6, guys.
Going to be silver in this roll.
I like it, Bill.
I see a maybe.
Yeah, it's a dirty rim. Bicentennial.
Mr. Tully.
Rim there. 72, so close.
Oh.
Just a bit outside.
Close. We're getting closer.
All right, I'm going to turn this down just a hair. All right. Good evening, Mr. Tully.
No,
Mark, they
made so many.
They literally made
Hi, Denise.
500 million of them.
Denise Kidder's in here, Rob.
Hi, Miss Denise. I was going to say, it's way past your bedtime.
Well, Grandma Kelly, I may owe you some, but I don't think you'd want the ice cream by the time it got there. So.
Oh, it's one of them painted edges that looks silver. 71. So close.
Oh, man.
Man, those painted edges, those people that paint those edges white. Well, Denise, thanks for stopping in.
Digging Dave, hello.
Digging Dave, there's guys. Oh. We have coin roll hunting royalty in the room here.
Yes, we do.
Dave is Dave's big time, guys. Thank you, Dave, for popping in to say hi, sir.
Yeah.
I get into Dave streams whenever I can. We just did this one impromptu, Dave. We just started, Dave. We're on roll 7. There is NIFC number 5.
Gary Hull says bicentennial no mint mark worth a fortune.
Well, not just anyone, though.
Yeah.
Guys, check out Diggin' Dave. He's got a great coin roll hunting channel. He does a lot of videos, a lot of lives. His lives are always very entertaining. He has a big crowd. He usually gets several hundred people in there.
Yeah.
Dave, we did a box, what was it, Bill, a week ago? And we got 14 silvers.
Yep. That was a good night.
Good evening, Mr. Gary Halls. Welcome.
Yeah, David.
What we're using right here, Dave, is we're just using my ring light that's got a phone mount, and I'm using my girlfriend's newer Samsung phone that gives me a real nice, good color picture. My phone gives me a real washed out looking picture, so I'm using my girlfriend's new Samsung phone, and it's giving me a great picture.
Yeah, Dave, I was going to say, it's been what, about a year and a half, 2 years since you did a metal detecting video?
Yeah, he hasn't done one in a while.
So that's how I first found you. So I first found Diggin' Dave when he was doing just detecting.
Dave's a good dude.
Yeah.
Thank you, Denise.
Good night, Denise. Gary, yo, how you doing?
Yo, Gary. Now, the last box, we didn't get a silver till roll 26, but when we got that first silver, it opened up the floodgates.
Yeah, it did.
I mean, I was excited when we got 2 and 3, and then they just...
Maddie, how you doing?
We had 3 rolls with 2 each in them, and we had 1 roll that had 3 silvers.
Yeah.
Dave, you've been getting many proofs lately? I don't have a proof yet this year.
Nothing. One random roll had 2 40%ers in it. Very strange. Hasn't been slow for him this year.
Oh, I thought that was silver, Bill.
Oh, it looks like it.
Yeah. Close, but no cigar.
Doing good myself, Maddie. Thank you.
Hi, Miss Maddie.
Beaches are slow there, says Gary.
Wow, Gary, our Clearwater Beach is just mobbed. Roger Dirt Devil's going to have, him and his family are going to have such a good time on Clearwater Beach. They just missed the International Sand Sculpting Contest. That was last week.
Oh.
I think they said the theme this year was Star Wars, and I missed it. Jesus, had to replace both windshields today.
Dave said he wishes he lived closer. He'd go detecting with you.
I'd love it, Dave.
Dang, 2 windshields in one day. That sucks, Gary.
I've got 3 Knoxes now, Dave, so I've got 2 600s and an 800. So when Gene came up from the Virgin Islands, we were able to give Gene a full detector, waste pouch, shovel, pinpointer. We got Gene all set up.
Wow, you're going to replace the Honda windshield. Notice the Dodge was shattered. Dang.
Maddie, I'm doing very well.
Yeah, I'm doing good too, Maddie. Thank you.
Yeah, Dave, you're out in the Midwest, aren't you? Somewhere like Illinois?
Mandy, how you doing?
Where are these damn painted edges? 74.
Dave's thinking of upgrading to the Manicore, but kind of expensive. I'm wondering if he should.
Well, I will tell you this: Kimberly has a Manicore, and she absolutely loves hers, and the thing does go deep.
Yep.
And I believe that's a 71. All right, 2009 for NIFC number 6. And we'll pull one off the excess.
He's in Illinois.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Yep. There's quite a few detectors out your way, Dave.
Isn't that where Marty Vistral is?
Yes, I believe Marty is in Illinois.
Oh, Dirt Devil got him in.
2009 with a non-shiny rim.
74D double die averse prominent in trust. MS63 $50. Robson's Folio.
The 74D double dies I do look for. Really appreciate you stopping by, Dave.
He says he's been finding more silver quarters than halves this year.
You know, Dave, Rob Fine's Treasure just did a box. He had a title I haven't lost yet where he found 4 or 5 silver quarters in his box. I have, in 7 years of coin roll hunting quarters, I have yet to find a silver. I have found several proofs and 3 or 4 West Points, but I have not found a silver. Never. I do have a box ordered. It's coming in tomorrow for silvers, for quarters, so I'm going to give it a try again. All right, guys, this is roll 15. And we got a lot of gold shiny rims. 2013. 2009. I do have a bank that takes all my NFCs. They have a customer that comes in and buys them all. All right, so 3 more NIFCs. And we're out of replacement quarters. So that gives us...
He's on vacation, Gary. He did a short video tonight.
Yeah. I'm going to be seeing Mr. Shane in 3 days. All right, roll 16.
Grandma Kelly, you need to really use that XP Deus too.
Bill, they have stopped, or excuse me, Dave, they have stopped penny protection. They stopped that in February. That's why I've been trying to order some pennies. Gary, he does 9 to 10 or 9 to 10, 15. I always come on. I make sure I come on after Shane.
Right, but he's only on for a few minutes tonight. So.
Yeah, he had a real bad internet connection at the. I guess he had like a verbal resort, and the internet was really splotchy. All right, Bill, where's this silver at?
Next roll.
Next roll. You're Mr. Positive, Bill.
Yep.
No, but we got a 2005 Ender. And a 2022, so 2 more NIFCs there. All right, roll 17. Thanks, Gary. It's taken a little bit of work to figure out how to do this setup, but we're using Denise's phone inside the ring light, She's got a brand new Samsung, and it's much nicer picture than my phone. But thank you, Gary. Yeah, Graham and Kelly, I think the Manicore is way expensive too.
Well, she's talking
Even
about
though,
the XPDS.
even though they just lowered it from $17.99 to $12.99, that's still an expensive machine.
She's talking about her XPDS. Hi,
Oh.
show me.
You didn't show me, Mo.
2014 W50th anniversary was struck in gold. What a find. 73,000 plus minutes, 1,450 plus. Well, actually, you know,
Phil knows his stuff. Phil knows his coins.
under $2,000. I mean, between 15 and 2,000 is expensive for detection. But they got ones out there that are a lot more expensive than that. So, like the top of the line Golden Mask, which is just an analog machine, goes for $4,000 or $5,000.
Yeah, Dave, Marty just said he's not a big penny guy. Marty likes doing nickels, and he finds a lot of buffs, a lot of silver, and even I don't want to say the occasional, regularly, he's been getting B nickels. That would be a bucket list find for me, a B nickel.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm putting out, and you asked me why, because it's got nothing to do with treasure hunting, but a lot of you know that I joined chess.com, and I've been playing a lot of chess on the computer. I suck at it, but I love playing chess, and I'm trying to learn a lot. And I played a guy today, and I played a game so bad, and he took so many of my pieces, and he cornered me to where he got a second queen. He had two queens, and both his rooks. He was up 18 points, Bill, on me in points, and he lost the game.
Wow. We're listening to Grandma Kelly for a while. She's going to get ice cream.
Good girl, Grandma Kelly.
She goes, don't tell the doctor. We won't. And Asia is in here.
Howdy, Miss Asia. Welcome. Glad to see you.
Yeah.
And you know she's been here before, Bill, because she's in blue.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you don't got to tell me, Billy. I made a mistake many years back. It was a silver dime-sized planchette, but it was a Lincoln penny stamped on it, and I didn't know what I had.
I've never found one of those.
What, Rob?
I've never found one of those.
And I didn't know what it was, so I got rid of it at the time. My dad about shot me. He goes, "You did what?" Oh. Yeah, Dave, the Knox 800 is a great machine.
Got one right here, Gary. I don't like doing it that way. Why? Because I'll stab myself.
Yes, he will. He would have to have Denise in bed, and she would have to be out to supervise him for that.
Yeah, she's already in bed. If I yelled that I was bleeding to wake her up, she would not be freaking happy. She's not even happy I'm using her phone because I forget to put it back in the bedroom. Her phone is hooked up to her dad's room, Bill.
Yeah. Show me, Mo. That's exactly. Yeah, you just pay face value for the roll.
There you go, Gary. Show me, Mo, exactly. I've got a box of $50 right here. They come in a box of $500. I order 2 a week from my credit union, and they only charge you face value. I'm a long time good customer there, so they order them for me. A lot of banks won't order them, but I get two boxes of halves a week, and then I have another bank that gets me 2 a month. one every other week, which I'm going to go see them tomorrow on the way down to go see Roger and see if they have any in for me tomorrow. So I can get up to 10 boxes a month. But yes, they only charge you face value. And the one thing show me is you never take the coins back to the same bank you got them at. You have to have what they call a dump bank.
Yep.
I have little accounts at 5 different banks in 2009. I have small accounts at 5 different banks that I use to take my coins back so nobody gets mad that I'm bringing coins back too often. But that's a good question, show me. Dave, I've been door knocking 7 years, Dave, and there are still days where I don't have the gumption to do it. Gary, we have a lady named Bill knows this channel, Susie Q96. She does coin roll hunts she calls them low dough coin roll hunting. And what she does is she takes $20 or $30 to the car wash, and she changes in all her bills for quarters, and she sets up her coin scope, and she goes through that $20 or $30 worth of quarters.
Yep.
Gary, Texas Coin Op Laundry is perfect. She uses the car wash change machine.
Hi, Snap and Scavenge.
Evening, Snap. Evening, Moon.
Hello, Moon.
Yeah, two of my banks show me have coin machines. I can take in up to $100 a day unrolled, and then the banks that don't have a machine, you're required to roll them. But the banks that do have a machine, they will not take rolled coins. They only take loose coins. And any coins that their machine rejects, they will not take over the counter. You have to just put them in your pocket. All right, this is roll 23.
My medical detectors.
Hey, Mark C. Hey, medical. So do I, Gary. All right, another NIFC.
Oh, yeah, Gary, Moon over my hammy. Yeah, I remember that. Used to cook a lot of those.
I met a subscriber at Denny's last week, guys, and sold her a whole bunch of NIFCs. Me, her, and her sister had breakfast at Denny's. Oh, that's an ugly NIFC. Wow. That 2014 has, I think,
That's
been
seen
in a
better
fire.
days. They still serve it. You know? I don't like the burgers anymore. They changed their burgers and they went to hell.
I don't think I've ever had a burger at Denny's. Yeah, they don't want me to bring in more than $100 change a day because then they think you're a business.
Yeah.
And technically, they're not supposed to accept them from hobbyists either. All right, a lot more shiny rims. We're going to have plenty of NIFCs this box, but we don't want NIFCs. We want Skilva. 2010. Ooh, there's a nice thick rim, but that's not a proof, unfortunately. Man, that was a thick rim. For the folks that weren't here, Bill, when do we do this? Thursday?
Yep, last Thursday is when we did it.
I've got the, what did I do with it? Well, here's one of the stuff that I found earlier this year, guys. This is a U.S. Mint 24 karat gold plated Kennedy half. It is stamped 1960 to 1985. It's the 25th anniversary of when he got elected. It's by the U.S. Mint. It comes in a mint set, but sometimes people take them out of the set and they wind up in boxes of $half.
Gary, it was so long ago that I worked at Denny's. All they had was the little sirloin steaks back then.
All right, roll 24.
Oh, God. Joe, bad idea. His cat shredded his tortillas and bread.
I'm telling you, medical, I can't stress that enough, sir. I can't tell you how many things my bank tellers say for me, and they all get Denise butter gooey's at Christmas. Well, another NIFC with a nice thick edge.
Hello, Doug McClure.
Evening, Doug. Hello, boys and girls, kids and campers. (2018). Wow, we're already up to 20 NIFCs already.
Wow. And which number roll are you on?
We're on. That was 25, Bill.
Halfway. Okay.
But roll 26 was where we started last time.
Yep.
All right, let's go. Let's update the banner. All righty. All right, guys, roll 26. This is where we got our first silver last week. Good evening, Mr. Bill Diggin SoCal.
Hi, Bill Diggin SoCal. How you doing this evening? Stopping here while he's out on vacation.
Well, no silver roll 26 this box. But Bill feels it. You feel it? I felt it.
Yep.
I did get a whole bunch of wrappers from one of my banks today, so.
They're in South Dakota.
South Dakota.
Yeah.
Wow, Bill, that's a hell of a drive from California. Dave, I have two good digging partners here, Dalton and Troy. Dalton lives about 40 minutes south of me, and Dalton lives about 40 miles to the east of me. There was a young lady in the stream earlier today, Denise Kidder. She's a friend that also detects. She belongs to my club, as Troy does too. But not a lot of my friends. My old friends are different than my detecting friends. But they all get along because they all come to the Super Bowl party. 40 years strong going for the Super Bowl party. Same people, Bill, for 40 years for my Super Bowl party.
Wow, Rob.
Not only did some of them start coming before they had kids, their kids are now coming with their kids. We have third generations coming to the Super Bowl party.
That's awesome, Rob.
Wow, that one right there. Nope. I know there's some on the screen, guys, that you're probably screaming out, check that one, it looks silver. Trust me, they look silver.
At this end of the camera, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Of course he brought his detector. Well, all my old friends are cops from my cop days. So all my old friends that come with their kids, they were my partners and my old squad mates back in the police department. And then all the guys that have just been showing up for the last 8 years are my metal detecting friends. And they all get along. Everybody gets along great because everybody knows everybody. Everybody, Denise makes her world famous dad's recipe for chili. I make my chicken wings, and then everybody brings a side dish, and then one guy's wife makes fudge brownies. A couple other people bring desserts, and there is more food and desserts at that Super Bowl party than you've ever seen in your freaking life. Heading to Myrtle Beach next month. Nice, Snap. I detected a riverbank in Zion, 2 barks in Utah, and 1 in
Wyoming, yeah.
Bill, you rock, sir. Another painted edge, another 71. Oh, so close. Another 71.
Dang. Excuse me.
Ah, somebody scratched him all up.
If you make chicken wings and don't do the chicken dance when you serve them, I'm going to be really disappointed in you, Rob, says Joe.
Oh, not doing the chicken dance. I want to detect, I want to detect along Route 66. All those 30 towns there, I want to put a metal detector down on the ground there.
Dalton's in the house, Rob.
There he is. You guys asked if any of my friends are detectors. There's the man I've known longest metal detecting, Mr. Florida Knox, right there, Mr. Dalton, the Silver Whisperer himself. Thanks for popping in, Mr. Dalton. Yeah, we don't do silver dances.
What was that, Rob?
We don't do silver dances. I've never done a gold dance either, because the time I found my best gold, Dalton and I didn't know it was gold until hours later.
Dig and Dave, you know anyone who's found an American gold coin?
The guy 3 people above you, Dave, Mr. Florida Knox. I was not with him that day because my knee hurt so bad that I didn't go. But the other guy that I was talking about, Troy, Dirt Troll and Troy, the 2 of them were in a location that we had hit before. And Troy passed over the signal because it sounded like a zinc penny. And Dalton dug it, and it turned out to be a US $5 gold piece. Rumor has it that there was an encampment of soldiers on that ground during the Spanish-American War. And from what we understand, a $5 gold piece would an officer would have been paid for a month's salary. So if that's the truth, then that officer lost his month's salary.
Hi, Brian.
Good evening, Brian. All right, he goes roll 30.
Yes, he does, Folio. I believe. Greg, a diver.
Evening, Greg. Ooh, that's a nice Ed 74. And 2015, first time for that date.
Oh, nice, Gary.
Wow, some of these 71s are real close looking to silver. Man, that looks, where am I at? Man,
I
that
found
looks,
a 94 once. It was like that. It looked so close to silver because you couldn't see the clad in the edge. You know, it's like, how does that happen?
I think the 71s, all right, we're going to have to, all right. Again, Bill, from that angle, I thought I had silver.
Thank you, Mystic.
Thank you, Mystic. If you guys just come in here lately, there's a channel here called Dig and Dave. Please check out his channel. He's a big coin roll hunting channel. He does some great lives, very entertaining. Usually has a big crowd, 200-300 people. And he does them scheduled regularly every week. I think twice a week, actually. Dave, you want to put your link up, you're more than welcome, sir. No, we're rolling 30, roll 33. Showing me we don't have any silver tonight. We got 14 silvers a week ago.
Want to come in? Okay.
That's a good video. Dalton says, I'm still getting silver from the Coinstar every week. Dalton, I haven't got silver from the Coinstar since 2023. Uh-oh, what do we got here? What do we got here? Somebody has chromed this coin. Because it's an 81 Denver, but it's got that, yeah, somebody's dipped this in chrome. Look at the look at the difference on that. It's not a proof, but yeah, they've dipped that in chrome. Well, that's an interesting find.
Yeah.
I will take that. Boom. Dog, you're just killing it. You still getting any? Yeah, polished. Now that's definitely dipped in chrome. Dalton, you getting any? You still getting any money from the cash room, the money room? Any more silver dollars? Yeah.
No,
Every now and then, Greg, we get a chromed.
yeah,
It could be
electrolysis won't do
Yep,
that.
it could be electrolysis.
Dalton says every now and then.
Well, that's a nice thing about Dalton and Troy both working at retail locations that get a lot of cash coming in.
Yeah.
That's why I make friends with my bank tellers. Yeah, we're not bending over for that.
Yeah, Greg, you came in late. Rob has them. He shut off.
All right, if I don't get that out of the garbage can now, I'll do a Charlie and forget about it. All right, guys, roll 35. There you go, Gary. Good idea. Dave, our Winn-Dixie store here that has the Coinstar, they're right next to a homeless camp, and I don't usually beat the homeless guys there. They keep that Coinstar clean.
Wow, Dalton. He's gotten peace dollars out of the Coinstar when the guy empties the reject tray is there.
Yeah. He told me that day. He showed me that day he got the peace dollar. Oh, good thing I made a pot of coffee tonight. I'll re-roll all these. Good for you, Dave. I just can't. Uh-oh, what do we got? There we go. We got silver.
Yep.
We got silver. Freaking A. There we go, guys. Right there. And I don't know what that is right there. But that is silver, guys.
Yep.
Let's first see what these two shiny ones are. 2013 NIFC. 2018 NIFC. What is this right here? That is an ugly, ugly 74 with an edge that looks silver, but boom, 1967, guys.
Yep.
There
First
we go.
night. Awesome, Rob. Congrats.
We have Skilva. Boom. Glad we could find it, guys. Boom. There we go. Silver. Silver and a chromed coin. Well, Bill, we were just a few rolls off, Bill.
Yeah.
Not roll 26, but roll 36.
Huh.
All right, guys. The last time we got that first one, it opened up the floodgates. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Dalton.
Hi, Angie.
They're up to almost $5, Dalton. Hi, Miss Angie. Dave, I don't have a 40%er. I've got five 90% and half dollars. I found two with Dalton, both a Walker and a Benji. I found the same property with Dalton, two different times. Dalton and Park Rat Pat, I found a Walker and two Mercs, all within a foot of each other. I have 3 Walkers and 2 Benjis metal detecting, and I have several clad Kennedys, but I don't have a 64 Kennedy or any 40%er Kennedys silver at all metal detecting.
Well, if I remember right, all the 40%ers are, most of the 40%ers are pretty low mintage for one.
Hi, Yodi.
Hi, Yodi.
Wow, that's an awful thick rim 1990. All right, 2018. Oh, wait a minute. Let's change the banner here.
Yeah, more walking levers. Well, your 40%ers, most of them weren't actually circulated, and they're low mintage. Whereas all your 90%ers were circulated.
Wow, Angie finds more dollar coins compared to. I got a question for Dig and Dave. Dave, have you ever found a 1970 silver? I've never found one. Man, that's a shiny coin. All right, guys, let's see if we can get a second silver. But you guys know my rule. I get 2 boxes a week. I try and get at least 1 silver per box, 2 silvers a week. That will get us 100 silvers for the year. Wow, somebody's definitely checked that coin a couple of times. Very ugly bicentennial. Yeah, I've got several small dollars. Dalton and Troy have both have found a peace dollar metal detecting. I have seen a peace dollar dug with Howard. I saw Howard dig up a peace dollar on an area that I forgot to check. Yeah, silver dollars definitely big on my bucket list.
The 70 Kennedy silver halves were improved sets only.
Well, you can find them though; they're out there. Yeah, they're taken out of the
they're out there. But yeah, they were never circulated. So
no, they were definitely NIFC in sets.
Yeah. So
I have never found one. I've never even seen
very
one.
very low minted.
Yep. Now this mat here comes from Quinn's Coins, guys. I happened to win this in one of his giveaways, so he sent me the coin mat. It's got the halves and it's got all these on the front, and on the back he's got the hell's on the back. Oh, he's got all the half dollars on the back. I should have flipped it over, guys. But I got too many coins on it now.
Yeah, there was less than 5 million minted.
Of the 1970?
Yeah.
Evening, Sheldon. Dave loves sidewalk strips. We do curb strips all over the place, but yes, you're going to have some people yell at you. We try and get out during the day when everybody's at work, so there's less people home. Now, when I'm out metal detecting in Missouri, The people are so nice on the curb strips, they come out and give you bottles of water. The Midwest people are so nice, but the St. Pete people aren't quite as nice. (2017). Well, Bill, we broke the ice.
Yep. 79D Kennedy, extremely low minutes, 2,150,000. Okay. Good night, Steven Stark.
Good night, Stephen. Hey, Dave, I showed this off last week, Digging Dave. I showed this off last week. I found this a couple years ago. The 1992 Kennedy half-proof commemorative of Christopher Columbus with that beautiful ship on the back. I just did a short on this. This is one of my favorite coin roll hunting finds. Just a gorgeous coin. All right, guys, 40.
Dave remembers when the cops showed up in their curb strip video.
It's still my biggest metal detecting video when the cops showed up. No, it's a proof, Dave. It's a S proof. The S is right here next to the Y in Liberty. It's a San Francisco proof. They did make them in silver, Dave, but this is the clad one. I just love this
Worth
coin.
some money.
Yeah, that's the one we're talking about, Phil. The 1970 is very low minute. All right, we got a nice thin rim.
That's funny. The one I just looked at said 4,872,000 minute.
2009.
Dave's asking for your advice on people confront you on that.
Let them know that that's considered public easement for the right of way for the pipes and the the cable and everything. And when they say, "Well, I'm required to keep it up," yes, you are by county ordinance, but that is public easement. If they give you a lot of grief, just move down the street.
Yeah. Well,
we had this guy that gave us grief. We were super polite to him. Moved down the street, and we were like 4 houses down when 2 cop cars showed up, and they told the guy, "Sir, in the city of St. Pete, curb strips are considered public easements, public property. They have the right to do this." He did not like it, and because he called the cops after I was so polite to him, I went back and dug every signal on his easement, and I dared him to come out of his house.
Back in my hometown, we only had 3 streets with curb strips, but they had a rule in there. Yeah, it was city property, but if the homeowner that took care of it came out and asked you to move on, you had to. So,
well, you don't have to here, but Dalton doesn't like to confront people. Troy and I don't want to confront people, but I'm not being treated bad if they're rude about it. But St. Pete's got some areas with 7, 8, 10-foot curb strips. St. Pete's got great curb strips. All right, that looks like an NIFC. Nope, just a 94. Shiny one in the middle, just 2000. Well, guys, we got 1 silver. I'm happy about that.
hi, Mary. Yeah, it's better than poking the eye with a sharp stick.
That's exactly right. And Papa Instigator, I like it, Mary.
Yeah, I would never marry.
Well, yeah, show me, Mo. If we come up to a front yard that's manicured, and he's got the curb strip manicured, as beautiful as lawn, we pass right over that. I'm not digging up anybody's beautiful manicured lawn. We only hit the ones that are just sand spurs and weeds and sand and that obviously the people don't take care of. Those are the ones we hit that look like a bunch of sand piles.
Yeah, and I've
If it's
learned one thing on door knocking. If you walk into a person's house and they have an immaculate lawn, you might as well move on.
Yeah.
99 out of 100 times, those people look at you like you're the devil incarnate. And
we did have one guy. There was this area in St. Pete that had like a big loop, and in the center they had a huge like park area that you could walk your dog in. It was big, and it had like 30s and 40s houses. And we were doing the area, and Troy's gotten silver out of there. We've gotten Wheaties, and a guy came out from across the street and said, "Hey, you guys can come over." His lawn was so meticulous. We didn't even want to do it. He goes, "No, you guys can." I go, no. We're
yeah, you don't want to do that. Yeah.
obviously checked by somebody.
Well, I had a friend back home. I don't know how he missed the sign in the guy's front yard said, "Keep off the grass." But he walks across the guy's front lawn and knocks on the door. So
That probably didn't go well.
Yeah, that didn't go well.
The strips by the road, is that state owned or homeowner owns it? That's state owned or county owned, yeah. And if it's a median between, like if there's two one-way roads with a median in the center, that median in the center is doable too. And yes, I have gotten silver out of the center median before.
Now, one thing that guy taught me back home, you get the old places outside of town on the old roads that are, people still have a mailbox up on the street. And he told me, he goes, "You want to dig around those mailboxes?" He goes, "It's easement to the road for the county or city, and they'll allow you to do it." And he goes, "Back in the day that, people wanted to mail a letter and they didn't have a stamp, they put the change in the mailbox. And a lot of times as the postal person was scraping it out, they dropped it. Nobody noticed it." And he was right.
I had a county park ranger tell me to go up to a park up the street because they had a change machine for the parking meter. And I cannot tell you, I spent the whole day getting change out from under that parking meter with the metal detector.
Yeah. I had one pro disc golf course back home. All the guys congregated around this one area. My God, I couldn't believe the change I used to get out of the ground there.
Joe, that's hilarious. Well, I wore this shirt right here, Dave. It was either this one or a bright yellow, Dave. And a lady called the city and said there was a city worker digging up her front yard. And I had 5 cop cars surrounding me. And when they came there and said, "Are you with the city?" And I said, "No." And they said, "Well, she told us you said you were." And I go, "Oh, no. She came out and asked me, and I said, "Nope, I was just doing this as a hobby." I specifically told her I was not with the city. She lied to you. Her son come out and wanted me charged.
Yeah. Mark, see, that's a curb strip between the sidewalk and the road. If it's a grass strip or dirt, that's normally city owned.
Yeah, it's got to be an easement, guys, because that's where they put the cable and the water pipes and the FiOS and. Alrighty, guys, roll 45.
Wow, $60.40 next to the Tampa dog truck. That's great, Mystic.
Nice, Mystic. That's some old ground there next to the Tampa dog track. I know exactly where Mystic is talking about. There's some old ground right there. All right. No. Yes. No. Shit. Again, somebody's painted these edges. Yeah, they got the Schmutz 72 and a Bicentennial. Man, I was hoping one of them would be silver.
Hi, Fairy Dust.
Hi, Miss Brene. Yepper, Dalton knows. Dalton and I have hunted down that way a lot, Mystic. No, you don't want me stripping on it. You don't want to see me stripping on a curb, Mary. Digging Dave, me and Mr. Dalton, Florida Knox here. We have had some of our best days on sidewalks and road tear outs in the little city just to the south of us. Dalton and I have had some phenomenal days. And they come out, those coins come out so beautiful because they get lost and then they get paved over. There's no water, no chemicals. They just been sitting there in that nice dry dust. And boy, those coins came out nice. Now, guys, this coin here, you see the ring lines on it?
Yeah.
That's from the coin machine that rolls them up in the roller. Usually the last coin gets those, we call those the ring of death. That's from the coin machine that rolls and crimps them.
Oh, nice, Show Me Mo. So you'll find some good stuff there.
Absolutely, Show Me. All righty,
Hi,
guys.
Brad, Rocky Mountain Prospector.
I got pretty good at bras one-handed, Phil. Got a late start, Phil. Had to make up for lost time, sir. That's exactly right, Dalton. There's not a lot of trash below a street tear out. Dalton and I have done 2 in the same city, and Troy and I have done 1 in the same city, and we've all gotten good finds. All righty, guys, roll 48. Again, a dirty rim, 72.
Can I drop a home for sale link? Ask Gary.
Absolutely.
That would depend on the park, Dave. If it's a well-traveled park, yeah. Newport Richie.
Newport Richie, that's where I live.
Well, he's got somebody that there has a.
Gary, my house is in Newport Richie. Dalton loves hunting everywhere.
Oh, nice looking house.
All right, I got to pull that up. I'll pull that up, Gary. Ooh, there's a nice gold shiny rim. Look at that baby. Roll 49 is going to get us one more NIFC. I see. Yep, 2013.
Is that your house, Gary, or somebody you know? Oh, nice, Mary.
Gary, is it old and is it vacant? Can I go over and hunt it?
He's looking at it, I think, to buy, maybe. Yeah, he's looking at it to buy. I mean, that's a nice looking house. 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
He could be my neighbor.
1,128 square feet, built in 1970.
Won't you be my neighbor?
Yeah. House looks really nice.
Not lots of
Updated.
wood chips, always.
Oh, man. Yeah, the house has been completely, I would say 195,000. That sounds like a good price, Rob.
In this area, yeah, anything under 200 is.
And you can see all hardwood floors, stainless.
Denise's neighbor just sold their house next street over for almost 240. All righty, guys, this is roll 50.
Yeah, that looks like a great price, Gary. Because you know, from California, you'd add 300,000 to that easily.
2009D. Yeah, if you're coming from California, you should be able to sell a house in California for 400, buy a house here for 250, take the other 150, throw it in the bank, and you're going to live like a king.
Yeah.
Dalton had his house built brand new, built by a builder. It took him almost a year, and by the time it was done, Dalton could have sold that house probably for 100 grand more than what he paid for it.
Yep.
But I don't think his wife would have waited another year for another house. Alrighty, guys, that was roll 50. Let's add our totals up here. $31 NIFCs.
Wow.
All right, there's the final stats, guys. 1 silver, and we will take it, guys. 1967 Kennedy, 40%er, and then this 1 chrome or electroplated Kennedy coin, which we will definitely keep that one also. But there you go, guys. That's out of 4 boxes of these 7 that are in the garage, we've gotten silver. Out of 2 out of the 4, we're up to 15 silvers from these 4 boxes so far. Fantastic, guys. All righty. I'd like to thank everybody for being here.
Yep. Thank you all for being here.
Dave, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Yeah, it is, Dalton. It just absolutely is. What is the NIFC? That is a not issued for circulation starting in 2002. Show me big digs. The mint started making a lot less half dollars because they weren't being used in circulation. Most casinos were going to poker or their own chips, so they weren't being used in casinos or machines as lot. So they went from approximately 20 million a year down to minting like 2.1 million, and you could only buy them if you were a coin dealer or a coin shop. And then the mint started putting them in mint sets. They're not rare, but they're not as common as before 2001. And as you can see, they don't get circulated a lot. You see how shiny their edges are. So I do have a couple banks that they have some customers that come in that ask for the NIFC. So I save these for my bank tellers, and then I roll these up and I put the year that they're on, and I give these to my bank tellers, and they pass them along to the people that come in.
Mary.
So again, guys, it keeps me in good with the bank tellers.
Yep.
Well, guys, anytime you can get silver and a miscellaneous coin, as is the chromed one, that's always a fun day. All righty, guys, we want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you, Ringo. Oh, and for the folks here, I'm going to put a community post up. We are changing. Charlie's Saturday night stream will be on my channel here with me, Bill, and Zaxxon. And we are moving it up from 9:45 to 9:15 because I need to get to bed a little bit earlier that night to get up Sunday morning. Because after I'm cutting the stream short on Sunday morning too, or at least my part. Bill and Zach will probably take over Sunday afternoon like they did when I was in Orlando, and I will jump in the truck and I'm going to start heading to Pensacola to see Charlie and Mr. Shane. That is a 9-hour drive for me. So, and Charlie's going to be driving home from Mississippi that same day. And Shane will already be in that area. So we might all get together that Sunday night around 8, 9, 10 o'clock that night. But we were all getting together Monday. We'll see if I'm going to be able to metal detect the beach a little bit. If not, we're at least all three going to go get lunch. And at least get spending some time with the guys. All righty.
James Schultz, hello, and good evening, and good night.
I know, Rocky Mountain. I'm going to try not to, sir. I'm going to try not to. But I'm going to try and get some sleep tonight. Oh, yeah. See, Ferry says it's 6:15 West Coast time. That's right. All right, Bill, thank you very much. Digging Dave, thank you for being here.
Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Thanks, guys.